Hello, everyone. It has been a long time, but RZSN starts back right now. Welcome back. It is week 1 of the Madden 23 cycle, and I have got a few surprises for you. I have a new PC. I have a lot of new ideas, and I can't fucking use them. I'll let this drop one more time. But it is good to be back. It is good to be back in the booth. Figured I'd let the camera roll for at least a little bit. Just a little bit. Have a little fun with it. Should be getting kickoff anytime now. I am literally just waiting on Diddy and TCG. But I am here in the booth alone. Because unless I fucking do it, nobody else will fucking do it. Why's that, huh? Huh? I stream a Super Bowl. You wanna know how many games we've had streamed since then? Two. Little Tyreek Hill for you. That's how many games we've had streamed since then. Big round of applause for my guys. Anyway. Enough of the malding. We have got a good game coming up. It is the Bills and the Rams. And honestly, at this point, I don't know what the fuck to take out of this one. It's a toss-up. It's a new Madden cycle, and that almost always means that you really just don't know what the fuck you're gonna get. I mean, TCG looked amazing in 20, came out in 21 and kind of laid an egg. Diddy looked terrible at the start of the last cycle and then came around to being one of the better users. So I just don't know what to take of it. It just... Who the fuck knows? Who the fuck knows? But we've got... Are we doing the standard no injuries? Could someone let me know that? Because if we're doing the standard, like everyone that's supposed to be injured at week 1 is injured at week 1, then this is gonna be a tough one, just because of the fact that no number 1 corner for the Bills. I know that meant nothing IRL, but hey, Madden's a different fucking universe. Madden don't give a damn what real life does. Madden does not emulate real life. Madden don't even try. But no pre-injuries. Okay, so with no pre-injuries, I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there right now as Amy Smirnoff in the chat is giving a go Rick. I don't know who you are, but I'm right on that train. I got Rick and the Bills. I got a lot of beer smashing. I got a lot of tables getting smashed. And I got a lot of Rams getting fucking smashed. I'm going to tell you what. I think Jalen Ramsey gets teabagged at least 4 times tonight by Josh Allen. I don't think it's going to be a slaughter. But it's definitely not looking good for Diddy. Diddy is 100% behind the 8 ball. I think the biggest, as I'll go ahead and whoop, week 1 jitters. I hit my webcam as well. But the biggest problem that I see for Diddy is the fact that does he fall into the same trap that he fell into at the start of last year? Do we run into the I throw it all over the yard 40 times, throw 6 interceptions? Because I throw 6, 7, 8 interceptions like a shadow, all of a sudden I just lose by 1 possession because I've taken myself out of the game. Or do we see the Diddy that's disciplined, takes what he can get, is okay with just running the ball, taking his dinks and dumps, and we'll make it a tough, grinded out game. Because if we get that Diddy, it's going to be a good one. If we get to sling it all over the yard, I don't think. I don't see CCG throwing that a game like that. I just don't. And that doesn't bode well. That doesn't bode well for our man our Diddler. That does not sound right. But like I said, unfortunately joined by absolutely nobody in the booth. Which does fucking stink. That's not muted in the background. It does stink, but what can you do, I guess? But we should be nearing ever closer to kickoff. Okay. As both teams have gone live in the chat. All we're waiting is just invites, and let's kick it. But from around the league, let me go ahead and do this because I haven't really looked at the new. I haven't looked at the new neon at all. So I am going to go ahead and take a look at this, and y'all can take a look at it with me. As you can see, is that? Yeah, that's live. So, where is schedule? We've got few games have gone off already. We got the Dallas Cowboys holding a nice fat L to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Nice 15-point deuce. We got the Niners plus 10 over the Bears. Unfortunate start for HBK, but let's be honest with that roster and that offensive line. Who was going to think that Nick Bosa wasn't going to go wild? Who the fuck are the Raiders? Pause. Who just got fucking dunked on? Who is the Raiders? You're getting called out. Did they leave? Who is the Oh, Nero. Nero. You can't be losing like this to this guy. We're losing to Napoleon Dynamite. We're losing. We're losing. We're losing 41 zip to Napoleon Dynamite. Jesus, Randy. Instant just drop 40 on your head. Ay, 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 caramba. We got the Brother Bowl being decided by a last-second field goal. I did catch the end of that one. That was a good one. And then Titans come up short against the Giants, who now have OBJ back, which I think is kind of cool. Do I think that ever in a million years OBJ would actually go back there? No, not at all. But hey, that's why we play a video game. Also, Daniel Jones, all of 12 of 23. Not a great passing stat. 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. And Malik Willis got the start. They're happy with how he performed, even though he throws 2 picks, and they only trusted him to throw it 18 times, with Derrick Henry getting a whole 24 carries. Not great, but hey, I mean, you trust the guy, you trust the guy. And speaking of, I give Shadow shit, but hey, you threw it 40 times. Also, why did you? This is a trap that Shadow always falls into. Throw it 40 times to only run it fucking 10, and then wonder why you lose. Like, I know the running game wasn't running that well. You only get 2.4, but that's because you only touched it 9 fucking times. Eventually, you're going to break some free. Like, let it be. But anyway, still threw it fairly well. 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. Pickett does all right. Nothing amazing, but nothing terrible. Just kind of middle in there. 325, 1 touchdown to 1 pick. But still, throwing it almost as much as Burrow to kind of have around the same stats. It's just I don't know. Not amazing, not terrible. Big difference here. Joe Mixon, 9 for 22. Naj, 15 for 144. Yes, you two. I am ready. I'm just waiting on y'all. This game, it was Jesus. So, Tua's the better quarterback. 20 of 23, 4 tuds, no picks. He had to throw it more than 2 times. It didn't work out well. He threw 3 to the wrong jersey. You can't do that. You just can't do that. Also, when Mac Jones has 3 fucking rushes for you and is one of your leading carriers, as well as having a fucking touchdown, you've got a problem. Also, big fumble. This game, I gotta see what happened to the fucking Raiders. Let me see it. Ay caramba! You almost threw as many throws. How'd the blue jerseys almost catch as many as the white? Tell me. Someone tell me. Somebody in the chat tell me. Whew. But hey, Herbert, 3 touchdowns. That's a good day. You got good splits over here between Spiller and Eckler, both getting a touchdown, both getting good carries. You got, hey, at least Josh Jacobs didn't look bad. Positive. Unfortunately, Devontae Adams did fuck all. Doesn't matter whenever you're throwing so many to the white jerseys, because I'm pretty sure you're forcing it. And then we come to Chicago. They're about to be playing in Arlington, unless EA didn't actually implement it, which they probably didn't. Which I think is stupid. But I digress. Trey Lance only throws it 12 times. 10 of 12. They just ran it. Which at this point, it's close. Do you really expect anything else? But, still, in only 12 completions, you throw for fucking 290 yards and 4 touchdowns. And your only 2 incompletions are to the wrong jersey. Gotta fix that. Just because it's, Kittle or nothing. Also, Kittle or nothing went pretty well. Also, Juwan Jennings, 2 for 115 and a tud. Would not have expected that, but hey. Get you yours. And then I saw nothing from this game. Who even is? Who bucks? Who bucks? If you don't wear the red helmet, you're lame. Backs out. I'm wondering if he saw that and just goes, hey, okay, I'll put the red helmet on. I think at this point everyone in Bills Mafia wants fucking red helmets back. I miss those red helmets. Those early 2000 red helmets just hit differently. I don't care who you are. All right, so who are the Bucks? It's not that guy. Can someone please tell me who are the Buccaneers? Yes, Diddy. Someone needs to join me, please. And Diddy is just having a time. So we're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna bring this up and have everything ready. I normally like to hide this, but at this point, I just don't care. It's been almost 20 minutes. We've had no action. We have action! We're loading. We're probably going to get kicked, but we're attempting to load. Oh, god damn it. Yo, turn your commentators off. You fucking freak. I don't want to commentate alongside Brandon Gaudin. But after much delay, we are finally off. Oh, foos the Bucks. Okay. What is this camera angle? And we finally have the first kick, and Isaiah McKenzie. Not bad. Not bad at all. I'm going to keep them. Okay, he's going to go ahead and turn Brandon off after this play. But 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Singletary in the backfield. If you run it right at the big man 99, you are just stupid. They don't. They run it the other way, and not a whole lot, but hey, it's something. He just quit right there. All this fighting just to go and quit. Much better. We love no Brandon Gaudin. And whoever the other guy is. Charles Xavier. Fuck, I don't know. But with that being said, bringing up 2nd, and I believe it was about 7 after the 3-yard run. And I gotta say, there's no way that Buffalo just keeps this on the ground the entire time. You've got a guy under center in Josh Allen. He could win an MVP if you just don't screw it up. There's no way that you just commit to doing nothing but turn around, hand it off. 2nd and 7 from the 27. It's going to be play action. It's Allen. Oh, he had a man deep, but he's going to go to Zach Moss, who bounces off a man and takes a pretty big shot. But it's going to be 3rd and 3 still. After the gain of 5 by the Utah man, Zach Moss. And man, I tell you what, if we lose power in the middle of this game, with everything that's been happening in LA, I will personally turn around, get out that big-ass bottle of vodka, and chug the whole thing. I'm actually not going to do that, but I'll at least take like a couple shots on stream. Play clock winding. 3rd down. Allen got time. It's picked off! That's Bobby Wagner! Bobby Wagner with the pick. He just never saw him. He never saw him. How do you miss number 45? How do you miss the bad man in the middle of the field? Needed to be thrown about 3 or 4 steps earlier, and that's a 1st down. Instead, you throw it late. You're waiting for the deep ball to try and maybe be there. It's not. And you let him run right into Bobby. Just a collapse in judgment, and that's going to bring up 1st and 10 from the 25. Stafford throwing. Tight window to Cupp. Oh my goodness, he just fit that thing through a garden hose. Frozen rope right over the middle. Nobody was there. And, I mean, the only one that should have been there would have been Poyer, but Poyer had to cover the deep ball. Didn't trust his corner out there, and that's going to bring up 1st and goal from the 7. Stafford under center, bunch left. We're going to see, it's going to be a run play to Akers, and Cam Akers, just no room to work with there. He might have gotten a yard, if anything. Akers coming off a pretty nasty injury off of last year. Not sure just how much they're going to use him. They're probably going to use a decent amount of Darnell Henderson as well. I don't expect it to be nothing but the Cam Akers show. But crazier things have happened. Now here we are sitting second and goal. Ball on the 6, Stafford under center, and that's going to be Freeman checking in, actually, not Henderson. And he's going to turn around, hand it to Freeman, and it's just nothing there. And even worse, Brian Balaga goes down. So you spend all this money on an offensive lineman to come in, play left guard for you. And he no longer doing that. 3 plays in, he's already limping to the sideline. Now, don't just, whatever you do if you're Stafford, just don't force this. Settle with your 3. Don't get all the way over here. Get that pick and then squander it on throwing a pick yourself. Just make sure you still get points. Now, and Robinson one-on-one out to the left side. Not going to have him, but he's got the tight end over the... Well, that's actually Cooper Cupp, but it looked like he might have had Cooper Cupp. It really never looked like he had Cooper Cupp, if I'm being honest. That was just never there, and they're just going to have to settle for their 3. And right there, that's what I was talking about, kind of forcing it. There's 3 guys. There are 3 white jerseys there. Why? I don't know. I couldn't tell you why, but on the bright side, Buffalo will at least keep them to 3 after starting at the 25-yard line, a glorified overtime possession in college for Matt Stafford. And with that being said, Allen and the offense coming back onto the field. Got to make up for that interception. And this right here, this is gonna be the telltale sign of this new offensive coordinator here in Buffalo. Does he trust Josh Allen enough to just let him rip it and not hand it off? They're actually gonna go play action. He's got a man over the middle. That's Gabe Davis, who's gonna bounce off of a man and get right around midfield. Gabe Davis, who should have been the hero from last year's divisional round, just never came to fruition because Josh Allen never got the football, because NFL overtime rules are absolutely amazing and we should never change them because I am employed by the NFL. No. 1st and 10. He's got Diggs. He's got Diggs wide open. A busting coverage. The safety's not there. He was never there. And that's going to be a touchdown for Buffalo. I don't even know what to say. What? Oh, no. Oh, no. For the brand. We blew it. We had a 4-point lead, and we just pull a Carlos. Oh, man. I've seen better kicks by 6-year-olds in Pee Wee football. What was that? He kicked it to his girlfriend over in the tunnel or something. I don't even know. With that being said, it's still going to be a 3-point game. So field goal ties it here after bestkick.na. And Stafford comes back out here now having to drive the actual length of the field rather than getting basically right into field goal range off the start. Stafford from the gun, drops back. Oh, what was that? Milano's right there. Milano's right there. You have no excuse. He's sitting all over it. Why did you throw that football? So now 1st and 10. Allen under center. It's going to be play action again, and that's not what you like to see. Aaron Donald comes in to sack him, and that's the risk that you take with these play action passes. They can work, but man, that left guard just got absolutely mauled by Aaron Donald. He just threw him off of him like a, well, like that flare during halftime last week. The rushing game has not come to play today. I believe the Rams have 3 yards, whereas Buffalo has a whole 0. 2nd and a long 19 now. Play clock winding. Allen has to get it out quickly. That's going to be Stephon Diggs. He makes a man miss. He's got a hole, and he's going to get inside the... Oh, no, he's only going to get to the 11. I thought he got inside the 10. But Jalen Ramsey able to save the touchdown. As with big number 94 coming in his face, Allen just throws a sidearm. Diggs just does all the work. He makes 3 men miss with a little jump cut. And, I mean, the head looked like he was just in the backyard with Trayvon. Just giving the old 1-2, how do you do? And we're going to finally get a run play here. Singletary, oh my goodness. It's just not fair. Toss left, and there is nobody home. And Buffalo gets on the board again. Thinking about going for 2 just for the pride of having 14, but extra point will give them a 10-point lead. As long as you don't just blow it. And it will be good. So 3 plays to go all of 26 yards. And Buffalo right now has just been able to capitalize on the Rams' mistakes. Meanwhile, the Rams get a pick, only get a field goal out of it, and then have really just done nothing on the offensive side of the football. They moved the ball a whole, 11 yards to kick that field goal, and then just turn around and pick. If I'm the Rams at this point, a punt would be nice. Just move the ball enough and punt it. Even just kick a field goal, make it a 7-point game. Just anything other than turning the ball over. Stafford, quick pass. That's going to be Higbee, and he's going to get a nice gain of about 6. So 2nd and 4 from the 21. Or 31, sorry. Stafford drops back. Pressure in his face, but he's still going to hit Allen Robinson and get the first. Nice little pitch and catch there. Taking what he can get, not forcing it. And, I mean, he's honestly done that thus far. It's just the only time that he didn't. He kind of just... He tried to take the check down and took the check down that was covered like a... Well, covered like a virgin on prom night. First and 10, give to Akers. Cuts left. He's got a hole. And he's going to get... I believe he got 8. Yeah, nice gain of 8 there. Just breaks contained with the cut back to the left. That now brings up second. Second and a long 2 from the 44. Rams offense moving the ball pretty well this far. And they're going to give it off again to Akers, but no room to work with this time. Settle gets him behind the line, and that's going to make it 3rd and a very long 3. You got to think they probably just throw this underneath. Just because the run game After that, you don't know how much you quite trust it. But time winding. They are going to run it, and Akers makes a man miss. Linebacker screaming through the hole, but got a little overzealous. Tried to hit him square on, and yeah, he tried to set him into next week, and instead he shacked in a fool. Also, quick update: Jacksonville and Washington right now 6-6. Not sure if Jacksonville have only kicked 2 field goals, but Washington has missed an extra point after a touchdown that would have taken the lead. Stafford drops back. Nobody open, and he's going to have to settle for Akers, who... probably the weirdest looking tackling that I've ever seen. But that will give him 5. Okay, so Jacksonville has kicked 2 field goals. Meanwhile, Washington, the touchdown and the missed extra point. I'm back here to LA. 2nd and 5. Ball just past midfield. Gonna be a run play here. Akers gets good blocking, and he's gonna get the first. So more than likely going to be the last play here of the first quarter. Stafford under center, 3 wide receivers to the left. And it's going to be just another run for Akers that goes for absolutely nada. And with that, that's going to bring us to the end of the first. 13-3 your score right now. But LA putting together a good drive. After a slight oopsie-poopsie on the throw intended for Allen Robinson, where he didn't quite see that there was a white jersey standing literally right in front of him. Just that slight Detroit symptom of I'm just going to throw it. I don't give a fuck. I'm getting paid. He's settled down. He's remembered that he won a Super Bowl just last year. He finally got out of Detroit. He is now in LA. You can't be throwing those interceptions. 2nd and 9, play action. Oh my goodness, he had... I believe 12 is Jefferson. He had him wide open. He had him wide open over the middle. And that's 6. Instead, he forces it to Cupp going out to the right, who probably should have gotten an interference call. But even still, like, come on, man. So 3rd and 9. Stafford in the gun. You gotta get at least 3. You can't drive all this way and then have to punt. Drop back. Got time over the middle. Jefferson! He's got it. Van Jefferson. He doesn't miss him this time. And hey, when you're given 24 years to throw it because you're trying to just rush 3 and drop everyone else into coverage, that's just what happens. Plain and simple. So now just outside the red zone, Stafford checking the play, and this is going to need to come fast. 2-1. It's going to get off. It's going to be close, crossing Jefferson again, and that's going to set him up first and goal. Ball in the 6. Remember, they got to just exactly this spot last time. They got to exactly this spot last time and got 0 yards after that. You can't do that again. You gotta play good, disciplined football. You gotta call good plays. We can't be calling that soft shit. We can't be calling some terrible passing play that throws Cooper Cupp into triple coverage and we still try to give it to him. You gotta be smart here. First and goal under center. Bunch left. Stafford drops back. He's going to throw it backwards to Akers, who's going to shrug off a tackle, but it goes for less than nothing. That actually goes backwards for 3. So, you see, Mr. McVay, there is one cardinal rule in the game of foosball. In the game of foosball, you want to move the foosball forward, not backward. Unfortunately there, you threw it backward, and you still moved it backward. Don't fucking do that. Second and goal from the 9. Stafford drops back. Got him. Oh my goodness. Who was supposed to be covering Higbee? Whoever was supposed to do it. F minus. Can you give an F minus? Can I give negative? Can I give like minus 100? Just tank the grade entirely. Regardless, nice pitch and catch there. Good job of just standing in the pocket. And hey, 3-point game. Should be a 4-point game, but Buffalo's kicker forgot to do his warm-ups. I think that first extra point, he just forgot to do his warm-up reps. He forgot to kind of, get the leg loose a little bit. It looked like he kind of kicked a shoe with that football. Shoe came untied, actually. Hit some poor lady in the first row. T's and P's out to her. Hopefully she's okay. But hey, you got a souvenir. Yeah, still a field goal game now. 1st and 10 from the 25. Allen in the eye. And we're going to give this to Singletary. Singletary bounces one off and is brought down by Bobby Wagner. LA has, on the bright side, only given up 21 rushing yards. Unfortunately, Josh Allen has just sliced and diced them after throwing a duck on the first drive. And in motion, that's the tight end Knox, and so you see, Mr. Zach Moss, there are many men in the front end of that play. If you see your offensive coordinator hold up the play card and say, hey, you're going to run this play. You're going to run it right up the middle. You're going to run it right at Aaron Donald and the teeth of this defense. Look at him and say he's a fucking idiot. You're sending me right into the strength of them as... Oh, wow, okay. Okay. Just quick pass to McKenzie. Just easy does it. He sees man coverage, and honestly, at that point, he's just like, yeah, it's McKenzie. Doesn't even think to look anywhere else. And honestly, I don't blame him. Maybe on 2nd and 3rd down, you think about letting that wheel route develop. Maybe see if he can get deep. Fuck no. And with that, that will put them just past the 40. And are we finally going to see? We are finally going to see a little bit of the younger cook This is James Cook. Play action. He's got... Oh. Risky pass going back across the body, but hey. I mean, Stephon Diggs. Fuck it. And it looked like... Jesus. How strong is Josh Allen's arm? Honestly, at this point, you gotta wonder just how strong is this kid's arm. He just shot-putted that going across his body. Like... Kid's different. First and 10 now. Gonna be a give to Dawson Knox, and I have no words. I am speechless. Why call a jet sweep with your tight end if you're not gonna block for your tight end? And once again, a busted coverage! This time on Gabe Davis. You have a strong arm quarterback. You have a room of fucking wide receivers. And you're just electing, hey, we're going to play entirely underneath. I don't give a fuck. And with this, we're going to go for 2. We're going to go for 2 for the pride. Because if you get this, then a touchdown by the Rams still makes it a 4-point game, assuming they don't go for 2 in tandem. Not a huge fan of this, but ooh, pass rush is there. Nothing for Allen. He forces it to Davis, incomplete. Not sure if he would have been inbounds anyway, but that was a great effort just to go up and even get your hands on it. So, about halfway through the second quarter, Rams get the ball back, down just 9. Oh, they're not going to get the play off. They have to waste another timeout. So you waste a timeout because you send the field goal unit out there to cover 2-point play. And then you waste another timeout because you waste so much time and then change the play to where you can't run the play. This Rams team just looks completely out of sync. As play action is the call, he's got a man. As they will gladly let Robinson get his 12-15 yards, as they didn't want to run the risk of giving it to Cam Akers and him getting some blocks. Which, I respect it, but at the same time, I'd probably just let Akers get that and hope that you can tackle him before he gets to the 40. But that's just me. Stafford drops back, first down. Rush coming, right in his face, and he's brought down. Loss of 15. As the big man in the middle, Jones, comes in to make the sack. That's a loss of 10. Oh. You can't do that. You cannot do that. You called a... I mean, I'm not going to say you called a great play, but you called a halfway decent play at least. You got to do something other than just kind of giving it to him, really. So now 2nd and a very long 20. Drop back. Rush coming, and he overthrows Cooper Cupp. Cupp had a step, but it just didn't matter. This Buffalo defense is just too strong. So now on 3rd and a country mile, at this point, you're kind of just let the clock, maybe try and let the clock run and get a good bunt to flip field position. Because on 3rd and 20, you don't have a whole lot of 20-yard plays, and you don't want to throw a fucking pick and just gift them the football in their own territory. He had Cupp, he forces it to Jefferson, and he does just that. Trey Day White tried to make the cut. Not quite able to do that, but still, Cooper Cupp, he's got 6 on the left side if he just sees him. Instead, he forces it into not 1, not 2, but 3. Triple coverage, 3 white jerseys all over him. And he's just like, yes, this is fine. That elbow is not feeling better than it's ever felt. There's no way. As we finally see James Cooks' first touch of his career, and he touched it just to finally get the football and then get touched immediately. I mean, just stuffed in the backfield, absolutely nothing going for him. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Allen drops back. Throws it. Throws it. It's intercepted by Ramsey. That's just what they needed. He thought he had cover 1. It was actually cover 2. And the safety finally helping over the top is able to get a hand in there. Probably should have picked it off himself. But he tips it right to Jalen Ramsey, who just... it just takes the baby bird right out of the air. Thank you very much. I will be taking that. And yeah, I mean, Rams back in business. And first down, this is going to be a run to Cupp. And Cupp gets all of 2 yards. Not great, but it definitely could be a lot worse. And that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Rams only 1 timeout. Gonna make this 2-minute drill a lot harder than it already was. Second and 8 from the 36. Stafford in the gun, drops back, got a man underneath. He's gonna find Jefferson, who... and Balaga hurt again. This time it's that big fat tummy. And it at least looks like he's holding. Someone might have gotten him in the lower extremities. Now 3rd and 6, and you have no timeouts because Bulaga has to go out hurt. Which is just the absolute opposite of good. Stafford drops back. Got time. And Milano just thinks there's no way that they're going to go that way. And did I just see will not return this season or will not return this game? Pause. Will miss the rest of the season with a torn pectoral. That's exactly what you love to see if you're a Rams fan. You love to see that your big left tackle, that your big tackle just has to ride the pine for the rest of the year. Yeah, that's the move. Stafford. Oh my goodness. I was going to say got time, but he forces it to Cupp, and a good play by Ramsey is just completely taken away by Poyer. That elbow looks fucking terrible right now. Remember what I said at the top of the show. If he sticks with the run game, doesn't force it, he's going to be okay. What has he done all fucking game? Throw, 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 force it, force it, force it. And if they score right here, this could be ball game. Oh my goodness, Dawson knocks right over the middle. And they're going to go ahead and go hurry up. Still have all three of their timeouts. But want to see if they can keep this defense gassed. Just outside the red zone. Allen drops back. He's got Diggs over the middle. Picked off! How did Ramsey get that? Somehow Ramsey picks that. He just snatches it right out of the hands of Stephon Diggs. Unfortunately for him, not able to stay in the end zone as he falls out. But I think Ramsey just took that right out of his pocket. I wouldn't be surprised if we still see... I wouldn't be surprised if we still see a safety here. We're going to see run here. It's going to be Freeman. And gets at least out of his own goal line. As update out of Washington, we're going to have a touchdown as the Commanders will get into the end zone with 6 minutes left in the third. And pending the extra point, it will be a 7-point lead. Could just be 6. Counterplay here to Freeman, and just not the play. And again, we're going to go for 2 on an ego play. I mean, make it 7 versus... Make it... I don't know. And, hey, the ego play works. But we're going to go ahead and take it to half for the Rams. As just a 9-point game. Meanwhile, the 2-point conversion for Washington is good, so the Commies lead 14-6. The red team in the nation's capital. Oh, that's so cursed. Also, I know we haven't seen a punt from Buffalo, but please tell me that Ariza is not the punter for Buffalo. Please tell me he got axed. I don't want nobody like that on my team. First and 10 from the 25. You have to come out and have a good... You have to have a good drive here. If you don't get points on the board, this game's over. As Akers has really good blocking as they finally go back to the run game. I mean, hey. RPO goes well. 15 in a first. Sometimes you just gotta keep it simple, stupid. Now first down from the 40. Staff drops back. Gonna go left to Robinson and maybe got 3. Keep in mind that if the Rams score here, an extra point will make this a 2-point game rather than a 3-point game because Buffalo decided they wanted to be cute and try to force the 2-point conversion rather than just kicking the extra point. Second and 7. Play action is the call. Time running out and just throws that into no man's land. Always, always, always scares me whenever that happens, but... They're going to get away with it. And that'll bring up 3rd and 7. Staff drops back. Bunch formation. He's got the tight end. That's Higbee, and he just threw it behind him. That elbow looks absolutely terrible, and they're going to have to punt. And fair catch at the 12. God, I just don't know what the Rams are going to do here to stop this defense, or stop this offense. Also, update from Washington. Jacksonville on 2nd and inches, or actually 3rd and inches, mind you, calls a quick out to Agnew. And it's cover 0, nobody over the top, and Agnew just takes the top off of him with it. That quick speed, no match for any of those Commanders defenders. And, I mean, scores, doesn't get the 2-point play to tie it, though. So it's going to be 14-12 in our nation's capital with the poopy toilets there at FedEx Field. And we're going to have Gabe Davis trying to take it wide here. And remember what I said earlier. Foosball go forward, not backward. Their foosball go backward, and you take a 2nd and 5 to a 3rd and 9. Third and 9 from the 13. Got Dawson Knox over the middle, who's going to get out to the 35. My router just hits the deck. Ooh. So 1st and 10 from the 35. Rams defense just can't. They take one step forward and then take about 14 backwards as James Cook gets some breathing room here, and he's going to get the first. So 1st and 10 from the 45. Allen gives to Cook. Cook's got another hole. Breaks a tackle, and he's going to get another first down. Folks, things are not looking good. If you're a Rams fan, I would recommend you get off your ass, get your head in the game, and try to cheer on this team. Also, Madden 23 still so unrealistic. Look at all that blue in the stadium. I mean, that's the wrong color blue for this game. We all know that this would be a Buffalo-dominated stadium, just like it was a few nights ago. Have you never been to a home game in LA? neither the Rams nor the Chargers can pull. Second and 7. Duke Johnson goes out. Split wide in the backfield, or split wide from the backfield. Allen got time, throws to Crowder, and I believe that was Jamison Crowder who will get it up to 3rd and 3. So 3rd and a long 3. Ball on the 37, give to Cook. It's close. I think he got it, though. He will. Good spot, and they'll give him the first down. And they're... At this point, as the Rams, what can you even do? Screen pass. He's got Cook. Cook outruns one man. And what should have probably been a loss of about 2 or 3 ends up being a gain of 9. Something's got to give. At some point, the Rams have to get their head out of their ass and actually play defense for once. I mean, you've had a couple of picks, and that's really it for your offense, or your defense, sorry, as a shot play here ends up in just a throwaway, and Leonard Floyd is going to go down hurt. Not a huge playmaker, but really don't like losing one of your edge rushers, especially this early in the season. You've already lost Bulaga on the left tackle. You really don't want to lose anyone else. So now third and 1. From the 26, you're at least in field goal range here. Field goal would make it a 12-point game. Making it, at the very least, 2 touchdowns. And they're going to go underneath to Stephon Diggs, who will shrug one guy off and then get absolutely leveled. But not before getting inside the red zone to the 14. And speaking of touchdowns, Washington gets into the end zone, makes it an 8-point game. As the Jaguars looking like they're kind of falling apart. Playing way over their head, and it kind of shows. And give to Singletary, he fumbles it! The one thing that they couldn't have happen in Bobby Wagner. Bobby Wagner's gonna go! He's only got Stephon Diggs to beat. Stephon Diggs is not DK Metcalf, though, and he's gonna take it into the end zone. What a horrible, horrible mistake. And now, barring the extra point, this is going to be a 2-point game. It is good. So 2 points is the Buffalo lead, and you just got to go back and you got to think that second quarter 2-point conversion, you get cocky. You want it to say 21. You don't want to say that your kicker missed an extra point. You don't want to be Los. You don't want to be that guy. But now you get greedy, you don't get it, and now all of a sudden all you need is 1 field goal, and you've lost, and Zach Moss is out of there. Zach Moss has gotten absolutely punished now. I mean, Sean McDermott is just giving it to him on the sideline. And he has, I think they've taken his helmet. So now expect nothing but Cook and Singletary for the rest of the game. And this defense, I mean, they hadn't been playing well, but you finally stand up. And now you need one more, as James Cook will get little to nothing there. Got 2, maybe 3. Second and 7 now. He throws an interception! He throws it right to Jones! Buffalo is choking! The Rams! Everything looked dire. It looked like there was no chance in hell that this was going to happen. And all of a sudden, they're 1st and 10 at the 22. You gotta think you got 3 points in the back pocket, and that's a 1-point lead if you do. And give to Akers. Akers, he has running room, and he's gonna get close to the first down. Didn't quite get it with that reach. So 2nd and inches from the 13. Stafford turns around, gives it to Akers. Akers gets the first, but not a whole lot after that. And he gets it right to where the Rams keep always getting their 1st and goals. 1st and goal from the 7. It's always the 7. It's always that guy. If you're just joining us, the Buffalo Bills have absolutely sold the back half of this game as 1st and 10 goes to about the 4. The Buffalo Bills have in 2 plays, or actually 3 plays, just completely thrown this game that was 19-10. They were in the red zone. They were driving. Zach Moss gets the football, gets absolutely leveled, fumbles, and Bobby Wagner houses it. And then 2 plays after that, Josh Allen drops back to throw and throws it right to a waiting linebacker. And that sets us up here at 2nd and goal from the 4. LA has a chance to finally take the lead after that early field goals put them up 3-0. They have not led since that first drive. As about 2, maybe 3 plays later, Josh Allen hits Stephon Diggs deep. Now 2nd and goal from the 4. Letting this clock run. Letting it run all the way down. Drop back and was looking for Akers, but Akers gets stuffed on the line. Yeah. Words cannot describe how absolutely horrible that play was by Cam Akers. And I want to say Madden bullshit, but the way Cam Akers played on Thursday night, I think that's just Cam Akers. It's now 3rd and goal. Ball on the 4. Stafford drops back. Got time. Got a man, Jefferson, who's double covered, but it doesn't matter because he's open in the end zone for the touchdown. And now the extra point to make this 24-19. And it's up and good. Honestly, I would have just gone for 2 at that point. I know I'm very critical about Buffalo going for a nonchalant, going for a no reason 2-point try whenever it was that extra point just makes it, 20-10, and then you try to go for 2 to make it 21-10. You don't get it. And you're sitting here now thinking, hey, it would have been a 4-point game instead of a 5-point game. Doesn't really matter. But hey, if LA goes for 2, you force them to have to hit an extra point, which they've already missed earlier in the game. As Allen, play action, looking for Diggs, deep. He's got him. He's got the step, but he just overthrew him. Josh Allen just gave him a little bit too much hoop in his law. Oh, man. He needed to pull the reins back just a little bit more touch on that one, and he's going to the house. Instead, we're sitting back here at 2nd and 10, and he missed a huge shot. So here we are, 9:48. Allen drops back, pressure coming. He's got Dawson Knox. That's actually Gabe Davis. Did he get 2 feet in? That looked like he only got 1. It will get across the 50, but I think we only... That's close. That's very close. I still only think he got 1 foot down, but no challenge coming. Kind of surprised there. And Allen drops back. Got time. Going deep, forcing it to Gabe Davis, who probably should have gotten a flag there, but it will fall incomplete. And at this point, Buffalo is doing exactly what the Rams were doing earlier. They're trying to just force it to whoever. And let me tell you, the force it to whoever ball, it's worked a few times, but those few times that it's worked, you've overthrown him. You kind of forced one to Stephon, but he got open towards the end of it. Still overthrew him. You then forced it to Gabe Davis there, who really got interfered with, but it didn't matter. And you're going to go hurry up here, try and keep the people that they don't want on the field on 3rd and short on the field. And we're going to go play action. Oh my goodness. Dawson Knox. Nobody covering him. Also, we have seen a lot of play action on this drive. I mean, I can count at least 3, if not 4, play action calls. Right there. And we're going to see a give here. This is Zach Moss's first carry since fumbling it. And he was holding that thing for dear life as Gabe Davis blocking on the play, and it looks like he has tweaked that elbow a little bit. Allen drops back, takes off running, and he's going to get sacked. Nobody was open. He tried to step up in the pocket, but he will get sat down. And that's going to make it 2nd and goal. As I believe Gabe Davis is going to find his way back onto the field. Looked like it was just a bruise. Nothing too major. A 2nd and goal from about the 10-yard line here. Allen drops back. Got time. Should have been picked. Bobby Wagner was right there, but Gabe Davis comes back onto the field and scores a touchdown for them, and they gotta go for 2 here. Gotta make it a 3-point game. Keep in mind, if you just kicked the extra point earlier, you're just kicking an extra point to make it a 3-point game. You don't have to fucking worry about that, but you got greedy, didn't you, Rick? Two-point try here. Allen drops back, and okay. It looked like they fell asleep on Cook, as he's gonna get a pretty easy walk in there. And now 3-point game here in LA. Man, this second half, it looked like it was going to be a snooze fest for a good chunk of that 3rd quarter, and then all of a sudden, everything happened at once. Buffalo completely sells, and all of a sudden, they're back in it. Then Buffalo marches right back down the field after 2 terrible plays to score. And now here we are, 24-27. And Stafford, you gotta lead a drive here. You gotta be a guy. Under center, they give it to Freeman, and he gets pushed over for about 3. Royce Freeman, there was a lot of hype for him way back when. Just never really came to fruition. Came out of, I believe, Oregon, and he had a few good years here and there, but never was quite the special running back that everyone had kind of hyped him up to be at one point in time. 2nd and 7, Stafford, play action. He's got Jefferson. He's got Cupp. Oh my goodness. He's got Cupp wide open. It takes him forever to throw it, and then I have no words. 3rd and 7. Stafford drops back, and okay. The bane of the existence for these Rams, their offense. Their defense has been keeping them in it, and then their offense is just like, I don't want to win this football game. Tried to get it over the head of Teron Johnson. Teron Johnson's right there. I don't know why you do that, because Cam Akers is underneath. You just run over a guy or make a man miss, and you're fine. But with that being said, 1st and 10. A little over 7 minutes to go. And Gabe Davis underneath. Going to get close to the 1st down, but not quite get it. Second and inches, 6.5 to go in this game. Gabe Davis, 5 for 109 and 2 touchdowns. He has been having himself a day thus far. And in motion, that's Davis. And they're going to toss it right. They're all over it this time, though. Singletary tried to get the edge, but he's just not able to. That was the same play that went for 6 last time. And just never could get the edge. Also, terrible blocking, but still. Third and 1. All you got to do here really is just make sure that you get at least 3. As Allen goes to the end zone. Crowder, and he's in. Once again, the play action has just been the bane of this team's existence. It has been quite a bit of play action. It feels like it's not been used exclusively, but been used just way more than you would think anyone would just be like, yeah, play action. Yeah, that's a run play. It's not play action. But I digress. 10-point game now again. And Rams looking up, needing another miracle. Last time they needed one, they got it. This time you got 5.5 left. Your offense has just done little to nothing. That elbow for Stafford still looking like absolute trash. Looks like looks just absolutely limp, as Edmonds tried to pick that, but Van Jefferson doesn't let him get anywhere near it. He also played it way behind Van Jefferson, and that'll be a first down as Stafford hurries the troops up to the line. Staff drops back, pressure coming, and he's going to get sacked. So 2nd and 18 with about 5 minutes left. Second and 18. Staff drops back, dumps this off to Cooper Cupp, who gets up to about the 36, makes it 3rd and 9. Not great, but I mean, hey, it's better than it was, right? Also, update from Washington: we are not in final, but 34-18 with 2:48 left. Definitely looking like a final. As now, if they don't get this here, it could be final in LA. As the Rams, I believe they had to spare, yeah, they had to waste a timeout there. Makes it 3rd and 9. Well, it was already 3rd and 9, but just wasting timeouts that you really can't waste at this point in the game, but you cannot afford to take the 5-yard penalty. Staff drops back. He's got Akers. He's going to take Akers. And he'll at least make it 4th and pretty manageable here. 4th and 3. This very well could be the ball game. Stafford drops back. It's a screen. He's got Akers. He's got room. He's going to get the first down, and he's going to tiptoe up to the 47. Keeping the drive alive and keeping the hopes for these Rams alive, but you have to score before the 2-minute warning. Drop back, got Higbee. Gonna take Higbee, and Higbee will bounce off a couple of guys and get up to the 21. Hurries the troops to the line. Really got maybe 1 or 2 shots here before you're kind of looking at a... Oh, well... Everyone covered like a blanket, and Von Miller comes in to get his first sack of the season. That is the 3rd sack for this Buffalo defense, and things just not looking good. As you're about to hit the 2-minute warning here, and if you pass the 2-minute warning, you really can't... I mean, at this point, you can't kick it deep. You have to go for the onside, assuming you get the score. And Stafford throws it deep, almost intercepted. Had to try and get it out. Was looking for the fade to the end zone. That'll make it 3rd and a very long 17 yards. Keep in mind this is a 2-possession game. Need a touchdown and a field goal. So you can settle for 3 here. You can settle for 3 here and still get the ball back. You don't have to get this first down, but you would love to get this in the end zone. As Akers, touchdown! And the Rams, what little life they still have is there. Extra point to make it a 3-point game. And now you have to have the onside kick. Unless you kick it deep and let them run 40 seconds off the clock on the first play, which looks like that's going to be the plan. Kick it deep, let them run the clock for 1 play. And then after that, take your 2 timeouts on 2nd and 3rd down. Defense has got to stand tall for the Rams. If they can get the ball back, I think they have a chance of tying this up, but I'm very unhopeful. We know how weird Madden kicking can be. First down, run. Oh, it's going to be close to a first down, if not the first. It will be a first down, and by calling that timeout, that's kind of going to go ahead and axe it. Hard-fought game by the Rams, but honestly, just too many mistakes on the offensive side of the football. And this is the same thing that we saw from Diddy last year whenever he played Instant Game 1. Threw too many interceptions, made too many mental mistakes, was right there with a chance to make the upset, and just couldn't do it. This time it's not quite an upset, as he's a little bit more known, but still. And add insult to injury, Ashawn Robinson goes down hurt, so you don't even get the chance of letting them run the clock here. Makes it 2nd and 10. Minute 43 to go. Run clock run is going to be the mantra. Best case scenario here, you're really looking at getting the ball back with maybe 20, maybe really like 15 seconds at best. Enough time for maybe a Hail Mary if you're lucky. All you can hope for at this point is Buffalo injury to give you a free timeout. Because with 20 seconds, you don't have time to get into field goal range, get out of bounds, do anything, really. You have to go for the end zone if that ends up being the case. And they're going to let the clock run down as far as they can and call a timeout. So 3rd and 11. As Ashawn Robinson will have a dislocated thumb. Definitely very painful, but at that point, I would have much rather seen him just run off the field on his own power rather than laying down and playing injured. I mean, they were going to run the clock down anyway. Now 3rd and 11. Going to come down and kneel. Not even going to run the risk. 2-2 Atwell will get this to the 30, so... So, 13 seconds, no timeouts. You gotta either go for the sideline and then try to kick it deep, or kick it deep. Gotta go for the sideline and then try to heave it deep, or you kind of gotta just go ahead and go for the end zone now. Stafford going for the sideline, but it's knocked away. That would have put them in field goal range. Been a tough play, but Allen Robinson was there, and it did put him in a position to get out. So 8 seconds. This is it. Going deep for Jefferson and picked off, and that's going to be it. A little bit of dancing there rather than going down, but that is going to go ahead and end it. 34-31 is your final, and I think my face says it all, in all honesty. I mean, the Rams were right there. And if you go back to my first game of the week from last year, whenever I was casting Diddy playing the Rams, I mean, this exact same thing happened. He put himself right in position to win it. But instead of doing anything with that, we just throw. But can't guarantee that I will be back next week, just because of scheduling conflicts. I don't know what everything's going to look like. Sometimes I'm going to be 7-3. Sometimes I'm going to be 1-9 or 9:30. I don't know. But I did enjoy coming back. I had a lot of fun. Did miss you guys. And whenever I got this thing back in June, I thought about doing one, but y'all had already killed the league off because Madden 22 suck. So glad to get back in for at least one more run. Possibly going to do more, but can't commit to anything right now. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in, and until next time, we'll be seeing you.